Welcome back to Scotty's Movies, and today I'm going to be talking about the sequel to the 1996 film Happy Gilmore, which is obviously called Happy Gilmore 2. I'm a huge fan of the original Happy Gilmore, the Blu-ray here. I watched this back in the 90s, and this is probably still to date my favourite Adam Sandler film. It's either this or probably maybe The Wedding Singer, but probably this, I think. I love this film. It was a lot of fun. Basically, tells a story of Happy Gilmore, who's a hockey player, and he kind of discovers in the first movie that he's got a kind of talent for golf, in that he can whack the ball really far, and he sort of hooks up with Carl Weathers' character Chubbs, who sort of kind of is a bit of a mentor for him, and he basically ends up entering golf tournaments to raise money to buy his grandmother's house. That's kind of it. And then we're now 29 years later, is it? We've got a sequel that probably no one really asked for, but when I saw it was going on Netflix, I thought, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'm a bit hazy on all sequels that are, 25, 30 years down the line later. It worked for probably Top Gun Maverick being very, very good. Beetlejuice, another one we had recently, that was okay. But would I go back to the sequel? Not overly, if I'm honest. I'm dreading the fact there's supposed to be a Goonies sequel coming out. Yeah, I'm all about just leave it alone. If it's been more than a couple of years from the original, don't bother with the sequel. Basically, it rarely works. Well, anyway, so once Happy Gilmore 2, so this come out on as a Netflix exclusive, and once again it stars obviously Adam Sandler. It's Happy Gilmore. We've got Chris McDonald in there as Shooter McGavin, who was his kind of rival in the original film. We also have Julie Bowen as a love interest for Virginia. And we've also got lots and lots of cameos from all sorts of people, for everyone from Eminem. We've got lots of golfers in there. The only one I know by name is Rory McIlroy. We've got a couple of wrestlers in there, and that I noticed with MJF from AEW, and I noticed Becky Lynch in there from WWE. There's lots of others as well. Unfortunately, we've not got no Carl Weathers, because he obviously passed away a few years ago, sadly. So what's this one about? So basically, this catches up with Happy, nearly 30 years later, and he's gone on to do golf over these few years. He married Virginia, carried on his golf. He's ended up having 5 kids, 4 lads and a girl, he's carrying on with the golf, and he was doing all right for himself. And then the start of the film takes a bit of a turn, and he sort of ends up on hard times again, and he has to help his daughter get to sort of a dance school, and he needs to raise money for that. It's basically this kind of rehash of the original's plot. You also have a kind of side plot of or sort of another plot where there's like a kind of rival golf company, you could say, or people that kind of want to play golf a different way and bring it up to like the 2000s kind of thing, because the original golf's a bit boring, and it's like an extreme golf kind of thing. And there's a story about that, basically. It's hard to explain, but Happy ends up basically going into this golf again to raise money. Like I say, it's a similar sort of story. So what do I think of this film? So, I, you know what? For a Netflix film and for a sort of a sequel 30 years later, I didn't mind it. It was okay. It's pure nostalgia. There's so many callbacks to the original film, which, if I'm honest, are probably some of the best bits. Whether that's a good thing, I don't know. But yeah, there's a hell of a lot of nostalgia in there. If you're a fan of the first one, first sort of hour of this film is probably the best bit. I think when he went into the sort of tournament with the new sort of golf style, it was a bit weird and yeah. I'm not sure if I liked what they did to Chris McDonald's character, Stuart McGavin. That was a bit odd as well. Not going into spoilers or anything, but yeah. It was also, I admit, it's definitely probably half hour too long or 20 minutes too long. This was like clocked in probably nearly 2 hours. Whereas the first one was a 90-minute movie. It didn't need to be any longer than that. They could have probably packed it into an hour and a half again. Cut a lot out. But I think they wanted to get lots and lots of cameos in there and all that. But yeah, overall it was fun. Couple more cameos. I say cameos. People that were in the movie. Adam Sandler's mates. You got Steve Buscemi in there as well, and Rob Schneider. They both turn up. Rob Schneider doing his water boy kind of line. If you know, you know. But yeah, overall it was all right. It's worth a watch. A bit like probably Beetlejuice for me. That I'm not going to be in a rush to watch it again. In a hurry. I'd go back to this before I would watch the sequel again, as I would with something like Beetlejuice. But yeah, if you're a fan of the original, it's worth a look. It's not like for me, like a complete disaster sort of sequel, like something like Coming to America. That was another movie that obviously had a film sort of sequel 30 years later or whatever it was. And I thought Coming to America, as it was called, like I just thought that was awful. Yeah, I thought it was garbage. Unlike something like obviously Netflix did a new Beverly Hills Cop as well, which was pretty good as well. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This one, it was okay. It wasn't, like I said, a disaster like Coming to America. But yeah, if you're a fan of this, definitely worth checking it out. It's on Netflix now, as of the 25th of July, was it? I think Friday. So yeah, give it a whirl. You might get a couple of laughs out of it. But yeah, that's my sort of little review of Happy Gilmore 2. So comment down below if you're a fan of Happy Gilmore. What's your favourite Adam Sandler film? Have you seen Happy Gilmore 2 yet? Comment down there below, what you thought of it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and incidentally, I've got the old T-shirt here of the OGs. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon for another review. Bye, guys.